Greetings all. I just want to do a short demonstration to get you set up and ready for assignment 2B. If you're going to be working with somebody else, it's important that only one of you follow these instructions, and then as we're moving through, I'll let you know when you can notify the other person and they will come in and join. It's important that if you're working with somebody else, only one log in, set the company up, and the other will join later. So just follow me through. We can't have two people in at the same time and then join the company. So log in given the details that I sent you. These are your new login details. You're starting in the new spreadsheet. You'll come to this, then open up Capstone. You will see that you can have the option of joining and forming a company. So let's just do that now and get it out of the way. I'm going to choose AFI. It sounds like a pretty good name for a company. Don't spend too much time on it. It's just for your own identification. Once you've done your company, then go to Getting Started. Then go to Situation Analysis. Down to Ideal Spots. And now you'll be creating your ideal spots for this assignment. Everyone will have different spots. Yours will be different than mine. Your numbers here will be different than mine. So everyone has to create their own. You won't see those red zeros there, and that's a good thing. So just what we need to do now is create our ideal spots for each of our products for 8 years. So the first one, traditional, we look up here in round 0, and I can see I've got a performance of 5.2 and 14.7. But it's important that we look at the offset. This is how far that particular product will be offset from the center. Now, if you remember with your traditional product, the ideal spot was right bang in the middle of the circle. So there is no offset. So that's easy. All we need to do is put these numbers in. For round 0, it's 5.2 and 14.7. We look now for round 1, we've got 5.9 and 14. 14. Click outside there and it automatically populated. When that happens, it indicates that the numbers I put in are correct. If you get nothing happening down here, that means that you've got a problem with your calculations and you need to go back and have a look. Maybe you put, put 5.3 instead of 5.2 or 14.1 instead of 14. But once you see those numbers there, you can see that everything is fine, and they are basically the ideal position for my products in the traditional segment for the whole 8 years. Let's do low end because we've got an offset happening here. Okay, for the low end, we have a performance of 2.7, but we need to subtract 0.8. There's an offset here of 0.8, minus 0.8. So if we do that, we end up with 1.9. And if we look up here now, we've got, for round 0, we've got a size of 17.2, but we need to add on 0.8. So if we do that, that gives us 18. Outside the box again. So we've got 1.9 and 1.8. Now if we come down here, we need to do round 1. We've got 3.2. We need to subtract 0.8 from that, and then we get 2.4. 4. And we need to then add on 0.8 to 16.7, and that'll give us 17.5. And it populates all the way down again, which suggests that my calculations are okay. If these were empty and you've done that, you would find that you've got a problem with your calculations. It's quite easy to do. Basically what this is saying is that for the low-end product, the performance is off by 0.8 and the size is up by 0.8. That's how far it is away from the segment, and they're all different. If we look here at the high end, we'd need to do the same for that one. We've got a performance of 7.7. We need to add 1.4 onto that. And we have a size of 12.2. We need to subtract 1.4, and we need to put those into there. And you go and do those for the rest of them. So what you'll end up with is a table of all your ideal spots for each of your products for the 8 years. Same as the one that I gave you, except the numbers are different. You can use these in exactly the same way. When you've done that, don't go next. We're finished. All you need to do here in the situation analysis is get this table and don't worry about doing anything else. Go back up, go to decisions, and then you open that up, and then you're going to be ready to work. I suggest that if you're a bit rusty, if you haven't touched the simulation for a week or so, do the 3 product walkthrough. Again, just to give you a bit of an idea about how things worked. Obviously, you'll need to use your own numbers, the numbers you've just created here, and rather than the ones I gave you. And also, you need to start thinking about calculating demand. In the email I've sent out, you'll find that there's a method there to be able to do that as well. So there's your ideal spots, guys, and that's it for me for the time being. Talk soon.